I want to give everyone a heads up, though, before I get started. I do want to let you know I do have a little bit of a lisp. Yeah, and I gotta say that, because when I don't, people think I'm from somewhere. Yeah, I was talking to a girl at a bar, she's like, oh my god, what's your accent? That's a learning disability, really. Yeah. I'm an American with a Barcelona accent. I don't know how that happened. Thank you so much. Yeah. Maybe it's talking about dirty talk, and I can't dirty talk at all with this. No, it really kills the mood to tell a girl she can throw that thing, you know? Man, but I'm originally from Philly. I was back there for my niece's birthday, and I'm 5 times an uncle. I got nieces and a nephew. And you know, it's so fucked up we don't get a word for that. Isn't that crazy? All of English language, right? Like if you have a grandson, granddaughter, grandkids, but a niece and a nephew, there's nothing. So I looked it up online, and people just invented their own word. People are starting to say nibblings.
What?
You gonna say that? Me fucking neither, dude. Nibblings. Get up. Like uncles aren't creepy enough. Now you want me to come in for Thanksgiving? Like, hey, where are my nibblings at? I need some nibbles. And I said it to my sister, she was like, but you can get away with it. You're a funkel. What the fuck did you just call me? Or make it worse. Why does the world have it out for uncles? Right? Little creepy uncles stare. Nobody asks to be an uncle. Right? Like my sister gets fucked and now I'm a pedophile? How is that fair? This life chose me. But I'm actually originally from West Philadelphia. There you go. That reference, it's a lot more time. Yeah. Hey, don't say that too confidently, man. I'm from West Philly. Don't worry. I was the one getting slapped most of the time. We gotta worry about that. Well, it's funny though, in my neighborhood, it was a predominantly black neighborhood, which people always find funny. They're like, but you sound so white. Because I am. Being around black people didn't change that. Like, if anything, I think being around black people made me more white, because I know what I'm not. That's why you ever meet a white dude from the suburbs who tries to talk hood?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying, right?
So fucking annoying.
Yeah, do they try to call you fam? You know? They listen to Travis Scott. They're like, fuck the police. I'm like, who, your cousin Matt? Dude, like, Jack Harlow, you grew up on a horse farm. Why are you talking that way, dude? And the thing is, what's funny is that in my grade school, there's only 3 white kids. My entire class for 8 years, just 3 white kids. When there's that few white kids, you get a choice, okay? You can either be the cool one or the funny one. So, of course, I was the quiet one. Yeah, I was so quiet, everyone started to call me Columbine. Yeah. That was my nickname. Yeah. Oh, don't get weird, dude. It felt cool to finally get attention. Dude, you know how cool that feels? I walk into class, people are like, yo, it's Columbine. I'm like, hey. Bang, bang. Yo, if you're not laughing at that, you've never had a black person give you a nickname, all right? Like, you feel cooler no matter what. You're like, yeah, I am a chassis, dude. Yeah. Oh, whatever you want me to do, bang, bang. You know? It's great though going home for me, man, because whenever I go home, I get to see my family, my 2 favorite people in my family, which is my mom and my stepdad, Steve. Yeah, I like my stepdad, I do, but not as much as my dad doesn't. Like my dad called me and he was like, hey, have fun with your mom and what's his name? So I just came back with him like, yeah, dude, I don't know his name either. I mean, I just call him Dad. Yeah. And so does Mom. Yeah. Yeah, Finn Waltz. I know him. Yeah, my stepdad's name's Steve. Because of course it is, right? Dude, has there ever been a stepdad whose name is longer than 1 syllable? Never. Yeah, it's Steve, it's Stu, it's Rick. Anything too long, new kids will not remember you. You will never have a stepdad named William. No, second that dude fucks your mom, he's Bill, alright? They call me Bill. Does anyone here got a stepdad at all?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Joe.
Joe! Yes! Fucking Joe! And it was Joseph till he fucked your mom. And then... Tom? Jesus Christ. Did your mom's meeting a support group or something? Like how do you two know each other?
Work. We all work together.
You all work together? Oh,
With it.
with the last comic? And he talked about coming boom inside of a woman. That's gonna be a great Microsoft Teams meeting tomorrow. Send me the fucking link to that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
We only break it down.
They heard boom and they started running, I guess. This is cool though, man. Like I said, I got nieces and a nephew, I got sisters, I got older sisters. And so, for most of my life, I was in a house of all women. I had a single mom, older sisters. It was great. That's why periods don't bother me. No, because everyone in my house was synced up. Yeah, so to me, it was just a week. We all eat ice cream and watch Gilmore Girls. I didn't know it was the time of the month. I knew it was the time of my life, all right? At the same time next month, yeah. I got it marked, don't worry. I don't know if you know this, but Philly is known for being a very aggressive city. It's a very mean place, right? So even no matter where I am now, I still have these Philly instincts, if I'm walking down the street past somebody, I will start to think of comebacks to insults that they never said. He's like, all right, okay, he's gonna make fun of the way I look. And I'm like, I think your mom didn't see the mind. And then he's definitely gonna be calling me gay. So then I have to make sure that, meanwhile, the guy's like, have a nice day. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. I mean, have a nice day, bitch. And also, Philly's known for being a big sports town, right? Which is why I'm not into sports at all. Because I was around too intense of sports fans. And when you're around intense sports fans, it gives you a different perspective on masculinity, right? Because when I would fall at gym class, my coach would be like, hey, this is football, stop crying, be a man. But my dad cries every Sunday. This is the only thing that makes him emotional, right? That's the thing, people think sports fans aren't in touch with their emotions. That's not true. Sports is them getting in touch. They just have no control over it. Which makes it a great analogy for life because you don't have control over everything, right? Think about it. Your wife cheats on you, that's an offsides. You're in crushing debt, holding. She finally gets her period, that's a touchdown, right? Because you're honest to it. That was my first time saying that joke, and I think it might be my last, actually. Oh, okay. Do you work with Vic, too? What does everybody here work with Vic? No, fuck that. Yeah. That's cool, though. It's always funny when I tell my guy friends I grew up in a house of all women, because they're like, oh, okay, so it must make you better in bed. That's not how that works. No. They weren't giving me tips. Also, as a guy, there's only so much you can prepare a person for sex, right? There's stuff with sex I didn't know could happen until it just happened. I don't know if the dudes here know this, but in order to prevent a UTI, a lot of women will use the bathroom right after having sex. I did not know that. So for years, I just thought after having sex with me, women just need a moment alone. I'm gonna go call Joe and see what he thinks about that. I think one of the hardest parts about sex in general, though, is how do you tell who's good at sex before you have it, right? Because some people are confident and they can't back it up. I think there are indicators to figure it out. Okay, here's my theory. I think if you had a bad childhood, you are better at sex. Yeah, goddamn right, because you want someone to be proud of you, all right? She's laughing, you can't see it, she's laughing, all right? She gets it. You're working for the approval you never got.
Emotional damage.
It's emotional damage, and now you have to give that physical damage, yeah. Seriously, it's true, you got something to prove. I was in bed with a girl recently, and she just gets quiet, she turns to me, she's like, hey, you mind if I call you daddy? I was like, oh my God. I was gonna ask you the same thing.
can call me Steve, actually. All right, you guys have been a lot of fun. Keep it going for your host.